Tommy Egan is the linchpin to bringing down all of these gangs.
Right now, we just let them fight each other while we expand our territory. And then when nobody's looking, we slide right on in. I want eyes on him.
You ever get tired of being at the bottom of the top? Chicago's a violent city, you feel me? What's standing in our way?
Just the biggest connects in Chicago.
Miguel, he's dangerous.
So am I. We seize this moment, it'll get us closer to becoming the Connect.
We got enemies eyeing us, cops clocking us. We can't keep going to war.
Watch your grip, Widow.
Let's face the music.
What the hell we gonna do now?
We won't make it very far.
We gonna build a train so big. It can't be stopped. Game over.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Monet and we are locked in. Season 2 Power Book 4 Force trailer has officially dropped. And man, let me tell you, it's looking like we're about to be in store for some good TV this September. Man, I'm glad to see Tommy back on the screen. It's looking like the acting has stepped up. We got some new villains. We got some new police officers, district attorneys. We got everything we need. Now all we need is the storyline to follow some kind of order, give us a new drug outside of Dahlia, and we are in the money. But before we jump into this and we break down this trailer, if you like power content, breakdown, theories, and predictions, then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now, season 2, we know that Tommy, he has to take over the shot. I don't know if this is going to be right after Ghost or is this during Ghost. Hopefully it's right after Ghost and we get right into that action. But let's go ahead, jump into it, break down this trailer. This is Power Book 4 Force Season 2. From this trailer, it looks like Tommy's jumping head first into the game. He's already telling Diamond, listen, don't you get tired of being at the bottom of the top? Basically meaning they're big dogs in the city of Chicago, but there are people above them. That's why I always say they the big dogs to the little dogs. They in the park, but they ain't really at the top and compete. And for Tommy, he wants to change that around. That means getting any new connect, taking them out. Getting a new connect, taking them out. Basically climbing the ladder up to the top. And who is he talking to? He's talking to Diamond about it. We know that Diamond wants to get up out the game, but at the same time, he needs some money so he can stay afloat in Chicago also. Because if you remember, that barbershop wasn't getting too much foot traffic. So Tommy's trying to convince him, you and I, we work together, we could take over the city and move forward. It's really going to be up to Tommy how he's moving around these shy streets. We know it's going to be dangerous. We know that we have a new connect coming in by the name of Miguel, and we actually see Tommy working with him a little bit, and it seems like he's trying to prove himself. But as he moves through this, he's going to need that right-hand man. Now, I've been seeing 2Bit's name popping up, but we didn't see him in any of the trailer, so we can't even put him into this topic at the moment. So we got to assume that it's Diamond, and then off of Diamond, you'll have Janard branching out to actually help them out. Now, Janard and Tommy, we know that they're going to have their disagreements the same way as Vic is with Tommy. So not only does Tommy have to worry about the new connect, there's still adversaries that are around that he's going to have to watch his back for, because everyone is looking to climb up that ladder. And remember, the Flynn's had a lot of power before Tommy showed up and started wreaking havoc throughout the city. But it looks like this season, we're at least going to have some kind of police activity to kind of slow them down. And when I say police presence, I'm talking about Detective Bobby DeFranco here. Now, he's the one that looks like he's really going to be after Tommy no matter what. We also know that he's working directly with Stacy Marks, who is a state's attorney. So, with DeFranco on the street, you remember this surveillance picture was taken last season after the meeting that they had with the other 2 agents in the vehicle. So he's saying he wants them after Tommy nonstop. We also see him shooting shotguns throughout this whole trailer. He's going to be on it, foot on the ground in the streets. Now it's going to be up to him to actually get close to Tommy and try to figure out how he's going to bring him down, because of what it looks like with Stacy Marks. She might be making some kind of deals. If you listen back to the trailer, you hear her say Tommy Egan is the linchpin to bring down all these gangs in the city. Now, DeFranco, he's probably going to be trying to bring down Tommy, but Stacy Marks, if she can bring down multiple different gangs, GBI, the Flynn family, Miguel cartel, and then get Tommy last, that's a win-win for her. Just from what we're seeing right now, Stacy Marks looks like she's really going to be about that action. Now, it looks like this is Tommy in here, that they have an interrogation room, but there is a clip where we see the FBI pulling up on Tommy, and I linked that picture with the original teaser of Stacy Marks getting out of the vehicle, and it's the same exact scene. So she is at least talking to Tommy, and she may not know everything she needs to know about Tommy, but she's going to figure that out. And what I'm thinking is she's going to be trying to use Tommy to bring down all the other gangs, so her resume looks good and is stacked, and then on the back end, go ahead and bring down Tommy. But DeFranco might be the issue, in him and Stacy Marks, they might clash a little bit when it comes to what direction they're going to take about cleaning up the streets. This is the scene that I'm talking about. Tommy here with his Mustang, and then we have Stacy Marks getting out of the SUV with the FBI there. Now, Tommy's supposed to be a dead man, so I want to see how they're going to play this out. Maybe he's still going to go undetected for a little bit until Stacy Marks gets more information on him. But as of right now, it looks like this may be where they picking up Tommy, take him in for a little investigation. But we know it's Stacy Marks getting out of this vehicle for sure. When it comes to power, we need a good villain. And Miguel is already starting off to be a good villain. The only question is, how long will they let him last in this series? Is it 1 season, season and a half, 2 seasons? Hopefully we see Miguel go at least a season and a half, because they said that he's an alpha male. They saying that he's running a cartel. He has a sister, Mariah. She's going to be messing with Tommy and told Tommy that Miguel is a bad man, dangerous. Tommy said, I am too. But remember, Tommy also said on the totem pole, they're at the bottom. So that means they're going to have to work their way up. And that's what it looks like, because Miguel, they're whooping on somebody. He also gives a sledgehammer to Tommy, tells him to check his grip, and they break a man's hand that looks like it was stuck in liquid nitrogen. So Miguel ain't playing around from what we see right now. Hopefully, they keep it up throughout the whole season, and he proves himself to be a valuable villain in the Power universe. Although Diamond doesn't want to be in the game, at the end of the day, he's going to have to be. They don't have money coming in, but if you remember, him and his brother Janard, they split up all the lanes to where they can move dope. Meaning, we got these open lanes, we need to fill them now. And that's where Miguel comes in. If Tommy goes and gets the work for Miguel, he can give the work to Diamond. Diamond can give some to his brother, and they can work that way. Of course, there's going to be problems because Janard wants to be the top dog, but it's going to be tough when you're going to be working up under Tommy, who's working up under Miguel. Plus, the feds are on. Now, Diamond's story, I do want to see how it plays out, because we know that he's stepping away, and he even says it in the trailer that he doesn't want to go to war. We can't afford to keep going to war. So at this point, if he's going to want to generate money, he's going to have to be right there for Tommy, and he's definitely going to move into that number 2 spot, and this is going to have Janard feeling a certain type of way. Janard's really ripping and running the streets, trying to find his way. He's still going to be little brother, still always going to be second in charge to the GBI, even though he has his own faction now. But his dislike for Tommy Egan, we're going to really see it spew over this season. And I'm thinking him and Victor Flynn, because Victor Flynn looks like he's about to become an alcoholic. They're going to be an unlikely duo that are going to continue to mess things up. If you remember at the beginning of last season, him and Vic messed up a whole drug deal. And that's how they got so far behind in the series compared to Tommy once he moved into Chicago. So I can see Janard still messing up. He's a good character, but let's see how far his loyalty goes, especially once he sees that his brother Diamond is back linked up with Tommy. This might be the absolute downfall of Victor Flynn. Now, I was trying to piece things together. We do see in the trailer that he's at a liquor store and he has a gun. Then we see him sitting at the house with no shirt on, drinking some liquor. So I'm assuming they had internal issues in the Flynn family household. He goes and robs a liquor store. Not really rob him, but just go get a bottle and not pay for it, which is stealing. And then comes home and drink about it. Because remember, Claudia is actually the smarter one that could take over the family operation. And even Walter, he wants Vic to be in charge, but he knows he needs to put the operation in Claudia's hands. So this is going to be driving our boy Vic to the edge of the cliff the whole season. and he might just become an alcoholic or a druggie. We're going to see how this plays out. Last but not least, Claudia Flynn. Now, we already went over her a little bit when it came to Victor and her potentially being the next in line. Well, let me not even say potentially. She's next in line to take over for the Flynn family. Walter might be the one not making it. If we do lose a Flynn, it's probably Walter, and Claudia is going to have to step up. Now, her relationship with Tommy is definitely closer than anyone else in the family. So these two, they can make it work because they're still going to need to put out a lot of work onto these streets if they want to make it to the top of the totem pole. Especially with Miguel being out here, Tommy's going to need the Flynn family, and they're going to need him. So hopefully this partnership can pull everyone through. But of course, Tommy's just using everybody as a stepping stone so he can be that top dog in the streets. Claudia just doesn't know it yet, but Victor is the one in her ear trying to tell her, don't trust Tommy. There you go, the breakdown of the season 2 trailer for Force. Let me know what you think. Get the discussion started below. Which one of my theories and predictions you think are good, which ones you think are bad. Let me know who you think isn't going to make it, a Flynn, Diamond, Janard. Just let us know. We got to get this started. September 1st is right around the corner. And of course, you know, we do power how you're supposed to do power. So if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.